Hey friends, hope you're all doing well. Today I'm doing digital painting. First the warm up to get my hands moving and shake off the rust. The software I'm using is Club Studio Paint, which has honestly been a great companion for someone like me who's still learning and exploring digital art. I love how customizable the workspace is. I can easily rearrange my tools and brushes to match my workflow, which makes the whole experience feel way more intuitive and manageable. I started with a rough sketch using the mechanical pencil and texture pen for some light work. For anyone just starting out, there's this simple mode in CSP that makes everything way less overwhelming, especially if you're just starting out. It's also great if you're using CSP on mobile, whether it's an iPad, Android tablet, or even your phone. Definitely worth checking out if you're new to digital art or just testing things out. Moving on to a more challenging piece, a portrait with a background based on a photo I took at an amusement park. I actually did the pre-sketch last night since I find them more productive in the late afternoon or at night. It's when I feel more focused and inspired. For this one, I started with a textured paper layer I downloaded for free from the CSP Asset Library. I love adding texture to give my digital work a more tactile, traditional feel. I used the round brush for painting and adjusting the opacity, flow, and paint density to get smoother blends. Manually painting in areas instead of relying on the fill bucket tool felt more satisfying, though I still use the bucket for quick base feels. Every tool here has its strength, and I'm learning to use them more strategically. For now, I still gravitate toward manual coloring for better control. I'm going to keep exploring Clip Studio Paint more deeply and try out even more tools. On the homepage, you'll see tons of features, recommended materials, top brushes, timely tips, and even community Q&As. You can manage all your downloaded assets, including custom brushes, 3D models, paper textures, and even pre-made poses, all from the asset library. It's super helpful when you want to speed up your workflow or find fresh inspiration. Alright, let's jump into a new illustration. I recently drew this portrait and made it my new profile pic. I'm really happy with how it turned out. To start, I selected a subtle texture paper and set a soft base color, somewhere between pale yellow-green and peach. I used a mechanical pencil for the rough sketch and switched for the XPPen for the line work. Drawing hair was the trickiest part for me. I just tried to capture the flow and movement of the strands. Here's a time-lapse of the line art process. I struggled a bit with the hands, but after a few retries, I got it to a place I was happy with. I used Liquify to subtle tweak areas that fell off, especially for fixing proportions without having to redraw. For coloring, I played around with different combinations using both the round brush and XPPen and adjusting opacity along the way. There was a lot of trial and error, especially with the character's top. I originally filled it in blue using the lasso tool and then shifted it to green with quick filter by adjusting the hue. It's such a lifesaver when you're not in the mood to repaint from scratch. Throughout the process, I used a mix of the lasso tool, airbrush, liquify, and blend tool. I also tried out the blur tool, although I'm still figuring out how to blur only certain areas. I wanted to soften the table in the foreground to push focus into the character, but that's something I'll keep practicing. Huge thanks to XPPen for sponsoring this video. If you're curious to try it out, they offer a free 3-month trial on their website. It's an amazing opportunity to explore tools, especially if you're into illustration or even animation. That's it for today. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. I'll be sharing more art experiments and process videos soon, so stay tuned. See you next time. Bye!